Nobody cares about your SaaS app, but what if you could have an app people actually already want and use built in 7 days? I was just like you, creating apps nobody wants. I just didn't have ideas of apps that people actually wanted to use. So I will show you how to find ideas that are already working. Don't try remaking the wheel. Take what is already working and make it one step better and just do it in half the time. Apps like acquire.com show you apps that are already working, scaled, and are now ready to sell. We can take their ideas and just make it our own. Apps like acquire.com show you apps that are already working, that have scaled, and are now ready to sell. They give you the opportunity to find an app that's working. We then go into their Google reviews. We see from the app what people like and what they don't like. We track down all of their 1 or 2 star reviews. We take that app idea and we just fix the points that they are not solving. This way, making our app better, getting you your first customers, because Google reviews literally show you the people's first and last name. We take their base app, we implement those 1 or 2 small changes, we make it in a way that they can acquire their end goal in half the time. On acquire.com, you can just click on the profitable SaaS button over here, and it shows you hundreds of companies that are now willing to sell their SaaS companies and already have revenue and profit. We can go through them, look for their ideas, and then just change it. Like over here, we have an AI-powered WhatsApp automation that qualifies leads and bursts confusions. But open the listing, find out the app's name, then go into Google, search for the company, and this way you can get the ideas of what to build onto the app. You can select filters here of for companies doing 10 to 100 to $1 million a month in annual recurring revenue. You can filter through the SaaS companies and see which one is making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 in annual recurring revenue. And if you got the money, hey, why not just buy one that's already pre-made? This is where you get your ideas from in order to grow your SaaS app and find what you want. You can see how many people they have on their app and all the analytics of their monthly recurring revenue. So now that you have your idea, here comes the next problem. Most AI-coded apps don't have structure, which leads to failing endpoints and error looping. So you need something to structure an app that builds it out in the correct way. This is why I use Vibe Prompt Architect. It follows a set strict of rules to build your backend like a professional. Building an MVP can be expensive, with developer fees and hours wasted. You don't have time to waste getting your MVP to market. You need to get it as quick as possible, so someone else doesn't get there before you do. Platforms like Lovable give you an easy way to get your MVP out to market. Lovable gives you a way to build your UI, backend, and add AI to your platform. Prompt we use from AI Prompt Architect can build it on Lovable in a way that when your app takes off, the developer can just jump into it and help you grow without having to rebuild. This is the app we're going to build now using Vibe Prompt Architect and Lovable. So let's dive in. So the app I've decided to build today is an AI presentation tool for professionals quickly creating engaging PowerPoints and slides. They're currently doing 2 months, $45K in revenue, $32K in profit, and they have an asking price of $160,000. So what I'll do is I'll copy and paste the name of this app. I'll go across to Vibe Prompt Architect. Over here, we're going to have to create a new project. Under projects, we click here and they'll add new projects. And then we will name this project what we're going to build. So we'll name it PowerPoint Slides Generator. Once we've made our project, we need to create our first prompt in order to build this inside of Lovable. Over here, you're going to describe what your role is in this system. So here you are, a prompt architect. And for context, you need to describe what you are making. So you're going to take the title of the app from acquire.com and just paste it inside here. Here we want to create an app. The next slide is your inputs. What do you want to call this? What do you want to add in it? Who's your target audience? And some key features that you want to add inside. So over here, you have product name, target audience, key features, and so what I've added in here is PowerPoint Pro, a target audience, be small business owners, key features, AI PowerPoint creation with image generation abilities in a professional tone. The next level is your constraints. Over here, you can put in things that you don't want the app to do. Sometimes with AI, it can go a bit too far. The next type is constraints. This way you could add in something that you don't want the app to do. The next one is your style. If you want specific colors, if you want specific text, if you want specific fonts to match your brand, you could add it inside here, and this would give you the tone inside of your app. Your outputs here, because we are so new to it, we also have different outputs depending on how advanced you are in coding. Before you beginners, we just go on a plain text. This will output a plain text that we can go directly into Lovable. If you want to use apps like Cursor, you could use JSON files or Markdown files. The next tab is references. You can use different apps that you've seen on the web that maybe do something similar and add it inside as a reference. So something that's similar to making PowerPoints is an app called Gamma. So what you could do is you could select the app's name on top and just copy and paste it into your reference link, and then when designing the app, I'll use Gamma as a reference. So now that we've inputted all our information about the app, we're going to click down on Generate Structured. So now that we've filled in all the information, we're going to click on generate structured prompt. Over here, this is going to take our rules in the back end to build our prompt. So over here, we have 23 different rules that we want the AI to follow when building our prompt. This will give you a template base that allows you to have different profiles, settings pages, a dashboard, integrate Stripe into your account. It builds out your backend, adds AI, everything that you need to build your app. And this app prompt will follow all of these rules every single time we build. This keeps your backend structured and in a way that is easy for developers to build on later. We'll be able to find out all the different components, every single page inside, and built out nice structured backend. So on the bottom here, you'll see that the AI has then put all of our different things that we put inside, all the inputs we have put inside, into a reference page. Then what we're going to do is we're going to send it to AI to build our prompt. So now Byprompt Architect has created our entire prompt with AI. It'll give you everything you need for your templates, or your front end, or your back end in a beautiful UI design. So what we need to do is just copy and paste this into Lovable. At the bottom of the page, it'll give you some extra notes of what we might want to do next. So what we need to do is copy and paste from this line over here all the way to the top. We then go into our Lovable account and just paste it into the search bar and click send. So what Lovable is going to do now is think about what we just sent it and build it out for us. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what else Byprompt Architect can do. So once we have our app built, we might need to add features, we might get an error, and we want the app to understand our structure and rebuild in our way. So if we wanted to add a feature, we could add it in here. We could add text-based generation. So say we wanted to add a feature like text-based generation. We could build it inside of here, and then that way the prompt is built with the knowledge of our app already. It builds everything from the same backend. It follows the exact same rules, it understands what we are building, and it gives us a prompt added into a system. It's not like just using ChatGPT, who doesn't actually understand what we're building, and it's just adding random features, adding random code into the backend. It builds you a structured format to add the feature. And say for instance we do have an error inside of the app. This way we can add an error, we can take a screenshot of the error, tell the AI what's happening, and we can fix our error with the actual AI knowing our code base and what files we are using. This way it takes you away from error looping. So normally what happens is errors come inside, the AI tries to fix it, adds some random code, doesn't work. Then tries to fix it again, adds more random code, and then doesn't work. What this does is it looks at the complete backend, looks at all your lines of code, and figures out what the problem is, and it does it to change instantly, so you don't end up in a cycle called error looping. So now Lovable has created a plan to build our app. You can read through everything that it wants to design on the left hand side. Over here it's given us an option of what we would like to do with the app, and we have to prompt it to proceed with building the app. Over here it will start to build your app. We'll need to allow it to connect to the cloud and add AI inside of our app. It will always ask you first. On the left hand side you click allow, this will build your entire back end for auth, security, and password protection for all of your clients. So now Lovable has figured out everything it needs to do to build us our beautiful app. And you can see here, we now have our auth page. This will be the page that people go onto when they want to create an account. We have here PowerPoint Pro, create stunning presentations with AI. After, we're going to sign up for an account and see what is built inside for us. So here we have PowerPoint Pro. You'll see from the base template, we have a dashboard, we have a profile page, we have a settings page, and a billings page. The AI has created us our base template, but we still need to prompt it a little bit just to finish a few things off. For instance, on our settings page, we click here, and it says settings coming soon. Here you'll be able to configure light or dark mode, templates, integrations, notifications. So what we just need to do is come here in the box on the left hand side and say, we just type in a small prompt and say configure settings page and send it off to the chat, and it will configure the page out for us. So as you can see here, from one quick prompt, we have an entire settings page built out. It has notifications for emails, slide generations, weekly digest, has your AI preferences, the appearance of the app, how you want it to be, security options, and export preferences. We just need to do this for each page to build it out until the AI knows exactly what we want. So now let's test out the app. I've written here, create a 5-slide pitch deck for a local bakery. Mission, market, product, team, and ask. We click on generate slides, and it's going to generate the slides below for us. In the meantime, let's also get an image of what we want to use as the background for our slides. So at our AI image generator, I'm just going to type in bakery. And on the right hand side here, we can see that the AI has generated an image of a bakery for us. And now we might have a problem that I've seen inside the app. There's no way to combine the slides with the image. So we need to generate a new feature in order to add this onto it. So I've gone back to Vibe Prompt Architect and I've typed in under add a new feature. Create a button to add the AI generated images and slides together to create a complete presentation. So it'll now give us the prompt in order to make our new feature. We scroll down to the bottom and we just copy and paste our prompt that we'll use into Lovable. So we take our prompt that we made in Vibe Prompt Architect and just paste it into Lovable and get our new feature built. So now the AI has updated our UI in order to take the text and images and put it together. So what will happen now is we'll put in our prompt, we'll click generate slides and we'll get our slides down at the bottom. Afterwards, we'll click download and it'll pull our slides together. I'm going to click download here and open it up for you. So our PowerPoint is now being generated. The images and the text will need some little bit of tweaking in an editor, which you can add as a feature. So now we have our basic PowerPoint build. As you can see, some of the text and some of the background is not exactly as what we wanted. So we will need to add an editing feature inside our app. So it will generate the presentation and then allow us to add, edit, and change different things inside of our app. So what we need to do is go back to Vibe Prompt Architect and build out a new feature. So what I'm going to do is add an extra feature inside of Vibe Prompt Editor. This is the prompt. Once a PowerPoint has been generated, create an in-app editing page to change the design text to look from the screenshot. What I'm going to do is go into Gamma, take a screenshot of their editing page, and then try to add it into our page. So now that we've copied and pasted our prompt inside, the Lovable has looked at it, decided what to do, and added an editing page inside for us. So let's see what it can do. We're going to use the same prompt to generate the slides again, and they'll generate down on the bottom. And then we're going to go into the editing page and see what is created for us. So our slides are now created at the bottom, and we're going to click the edit in editor page to see what happens. So now we have our editor page. We can see all our slides on the left hand side here, our slides in the big over here. We can select on them, we can change color, we can change the size, we can change the font to whatever we want. We can add text inside and we can add images inside of it. This is just the basis of an editor. If we wanted to add more features, we just go inside the chat and add different things. If we wanted to add different icons, different symbols, we can do whatever we want inside the editor. We just speak inside the chat and it'll add it inside of our editor page. So as you see now, we have the PowerPoint Pro MVP built out. Some small things that we still need to add to it that we'll have to talk about later on down the line about how to add security and how to fully complete our MVP. So now that your app is complete, you need to learn how to launch, market, and scale it. And our Skool community will show you exactly how to do that step by step with live action videos showing you how to launch, market, scale your app into the next unicorn. And as a bonus, when you sign up today, you'll get free lifetime access to Vibe Prompt Architect to help build as many apps as you want from now and into the future. Click the link below to join our Skool community where we can launch your app together. But do it today because this is the lowest price you'll be able to get it at. As we build a community, it will become more expensive. But if you sign up today, you'll get it locked in at this price for the rest of your life.